guys? Welcome back to my channel, The Unpopular Party, hosted by me, Malik Taylor. And today, I am here to talk about an individual that if you grew up in the Vine and early IG days, you may know this particular. And that's none other than the man himself, Young Poppy.
Bitch, what you thought I would come in this bitch and murder some shit? How you got me fucked?
And what brought this to mind is because I know that Sierra Body Party Challenge is going viral on TikTok. I'm gonna say, yeah, huh. But I'm like, I remember the slow motion.
Oh, look at me, slow motion, slow motion.
But it just kind of showed me not only was the Young Poppy erasure real, but the erasure of them early Vine stars is slowly creeping in. So I said, let me do a deep dive on this. Before we get into all that, if you haven't already, please make sure you subscribe to this channel. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support you guys send my way. Remember, she ain't a pretty girl, she ain't subscribed to Malik Taylor, because pretty girls love Malik Taylor, pretty boys love Malik Taylor, pretty people love Malik Taylor, hashtag. So if you want to, subscribe to the most prettiest unpopular crew there is. Yeah. All right, you guys, without further ado, let's just jump straight into this breakdown. So Young Poppy was an individual who is from San Diego, and how I got introduced to Young Poppy was through Vine. Now, Vine was just such a fun time. No other era can compare to the Vine era. That's when you really had to get into your creator bag, because you only got 6 seconds. You got 6 seconds to get to the point. You got 6 seconds to make it funny. You got 6 seconds to get me intervene. Oh, you got 7 seconds, wrap it up, out of here. You got 6 seconds, make it count. And through Vine, that's how we got introduced to so many like creative Vine stars, like Zoe, Katie Dunn, Samarella, Ella, A, and of course, Young Poppy. Now, Young Poppy used to do skits, and for this, I need you to put on like your 2015, 2016 cap, because you're gonna think some of the stuff is corny, but they had us in a chokehold back in the day. Now, one thing a lot of men did back in the day, if you really wanted to go viral or be famous, to kind of increase your chances and just take you away from the norm, they will make a woman character and interpret that. And that formula did work for a lot of people. You see, Blame It on Quay, Pat D. Lucky, Not Carlton Banks, etc. It worked for them and they really committed to the role. I'm talking about they had the makeup, the wigs, the nails, the fits, they committed. Which, side note, I remember at that time during that era, I remember I wanted to be a big content creator, a big skit maker. But I would always be like, I don't think that's for me. I don't think that's me. But I remember some people around there was like, oh, you gotta do it. You need to break out a female character that's gonna really soar. I felt like, that make it tiring after around doing that. Like, I just wanna be Malik. Let's say I made Malika, they're gonna be like, oh, do the Malika voice, that may make it tiring. And so I met this one person who gave me advice I'll never forget. They pretty much told me, they was like, do you want the long-term win or do you want a cheat code to the top? He was like, how you get introduced to the public, that's how people are gonna remember you by. It was like, can you tell your joke as Malik? I was like, yeah. He was like, okay, well, be Malik. Take the script, take the funny humor, and try to find a way it could still be Malik. And he was like, and it may take a while. You would rather enjoy the fruits of your labor when it's served versus getting it too quick and it's spoiled. And the rest was history. Here I am, Malik Taylor. But I didn't bring it up for nothing, because Young Poppy in this situation, he still broke out a female character, but I felt like he did it in a way that was comfortable for him. His female character was Keisha, but he ain't go like full force. He just had that little shirt, wrapped it up as a bun, and he had a thing with the lips. I can't do it, but the lips was the signature. And from there, he would do his videos, and his videos would go viral. Dad, if you want a burger, eat a burger.
Bitch, if you want a burger, eat a burger. Bitch, if you want a french fry, eat a french fry.
The way he did with Quay, I was like, I need to bring it down 3 more notches. He was like, okay, well, you about to get...
Girl, I looked at his rims, I said, what are those? Keisha, I'm gonna need you to bring it down 3 more notches, bitch, because I'm not the one. And bitch, I'm gonna need you to not tell me what to do before you get beat the fuck up. Matter of fact, this bitch, hold my phone, my chain, and my backpack, bitch.
And I'm gonna tell you something about a pre-TikTok algorithm. You had to work to get seen. It wasn't just gonna push you through, or no, you had to break through on the algorithm on your own. You had to really study and figure out what's gonna break you through the algorithm and get you some type of retention rate. So yeah, that's just an example of the type of humor he would do. Now, of course, playing a woman character, it's always gonna be the type of people that wonder, like, is he gay? Because 9 times out of 10 they are. But in this situation, Young Poppy was not. He's always stated he was comfortable in his sexuality. He even had him a little girlfriend. But Young Poppy's career was going good. I even saw him popping up with like some celebrities. I remember he did that skit with Tisha Campbell.
I'll call you back.
Oh my God, Gina!
What?
Oh my God, Gina, what's up, girl? Where Martin at?
No, nice to meet you. I'm Tisha.
Girl, you Gina.
No, I'm Tisha.
Gina from Martin.
No. Yes, I am, but I'm married to Dwayne Martin. I'm Tisha.
Gina, you cheating on Martin? I'm finna tell Martin.
So I'm mentioning all this stuff and we taking a trip down memory lane. So you're probably thinking, what happened? Unfortunately, Young Poppy just fell victim to the app Vine shutting down. Listen, a lot of these Vine stars were getting paid good money from Vine.
I think I got all the way up to like $350,000 for a 6-second video. My first brand deal, I think, was Samsung, and they gave me $6,000 for a 6-second video.
Made hundreds of thousands of dollars.
And what did you do with that?
But a lot of creators stated like they just struggled once the app was shut down. You're making good money, like good money from brand deals, ambassadors, like it's good money. Imagine making that money, then boom, it's a wrap. And you know, some tried to migrate from Vine to either Instagram or YouTube, but that's when they realized, oh, this is what really separates some people as a content creator. Because it's like, now are you able to turn that 6 seconds into something long form? Can you turn that into 30 seconds? That's when Instagram was doing like 30-second videos. But can your personality shine and hook people longer than 6 seconds? Can your personality shine and get people adapted to a long form video on YouTube? Some people, they couldn't, and they struggle. From my understanding, from what I could recall, Young Poppy didn't really have a problem with that. He was able to still have an Instagram page, like 2 Instagram pages. One for him and one for his personality, Keisha, and they was doing pretty well. And I remember he would put out like some rap songs, but they were more so like comedy, humor style songs. And I remember he even did like a little collaboration with Whoa Vicky.
This my Keisha right here, and my name Keisha too, and we go way back. She just got her hair done, she looking real cute.
So if it was going good, what happened? Well, here's the thing. Young Poppy's biggest downfall is he was in the streets. You know, YouTube is pretty sensitive, so I'm gonna have to work around this, but he's what we would call a hood pharmacist. Yeah, he was dealing, he was a dealer. So why would he be doing it? Well, who knows what the money situation was like. Could have been a thrill, or money could have just been tight. Let me be the one to say, us content creators now, we have it so easy when it comes to trying to be a content creator. So many resources nowadays go into like content creators. Back then, there was no creator fund. You didn't have a TikTok. Instagram just didn't have a fund for the creators to get paid. If you got paid, you had to get paid from some heavy hidden brand deals. If you got paid, you get paid from some big sponsorship. You have to really be business savvy and talk some numbers. Think of it like this way: the views, the likes, the following, it pretty much like your entertainment resume. These are good things to show to a brand, like, hey, this is why you should work for me, and this is why you should cut their trick. And having 1 million followers in like 2018 actually meant something. It showed brands like, oh, okay, we can get behind this, and this is a homegrown platform. Nowadays, these talent agencies and companies, they can boost your page like that. Oh yeah, man, sign here, yeah. And we'll drop this meme on you, we'll boost it up a little bit. And I guarantee you, we can get you 500K by next month. That's just a fraction of what my company can do for you. So just sign here. And in return, we won't like, you know, just 80% of your income, but you'll get the 20, and look, you're the brand. I'm not even exaggerating. These talent agencies in 2025, they know how to work their magic. So what I'm trying to get out of this and say is that a lot of these Vine stars, they would probably still be seen, and they probably still be like, oh my gosh, I remember you, da da da. But money was probably coming in here, and let's say, okay, cool, we'll sponsor this post, we'll give you 5K. Cool, seems nice, but 5K run out, all right, well, we still got bills. We're kind of living above our means, and money is coming in here. It's scarce money. Young Poppy probably did what he felt like was needed to do, and he was selling. And he was selling illegal substances. One of the illegal substances he was selling was, you know, I'll say Fenty, you know, YouTube, but yeah. And that's ultimately what got him jammed up. One day, he had sold to a 33-year-old woman, and that same day she had bought for him, she had passed away. Once they sourced it back and saw that she had bought it from Young Poppy, oh, that was the beginning of his downfall. He was arrested, and in 2020, he was sentenced. And guess what? They gave that man 12 years. Yeah, they gave him 12 years. He can't get out of jail until at least 2032. And it was some debate, because some people feel like, oh, that was too much because he technically didn't unalive her, the substance did. But from my understanding, this happened in San Diego, so it's already a war on that type of stuff out there. And if you selling, they looking at you like you the cartel. That's how they view you, and they trying to take you down, you know? I did some checking up on his page. It seems like he's making the best out of his time in prison. I mean, recent pictures of him in there have emerged. And like I said, doing the best he can, did the caption, my big is skinny now, LOL. And he's been doing his part to bring awareness to the severity of Fenty, because he also stated he was an addict to the system himself.
And it's so addictive, not just to users, but the dealers, because the dealers are making so much money because how addictive it is to them. So it's sad. I was addicted to it all, and I know exactly what becomes of it. Tragedy. You know what I mean? So don't be selfish, you guys, to the users. Care more about yourself and the people you love, and clean yourself up before you not have a chance to. Thank God I'm still here, right?
while in jail, he's also teamed with other organizations such as Walk With Me Impact, a group empowering the kids and youth about the impact and awareness of Fenty. He also started selling shirts on it with Young Poppy and No to Fenty, and just having a different perspective of being there.
I've been through so much in these past years dealing with coming and being in prison. I've learned from my mistakes and I've grown from it into a better version of myself. And I feel like God set me down to learn about things differently in my life, preparing me for a bigger plan. And I love who I've become. If I hadn't went through all of this, will I still be this better version of me? I mean, only God knows. So, you know, so to say, would I go back and change anything? I don't know. I really don't know. But, you know, the only regret I really do have is contributing to that I wish never happened.
And I mean, if you ever was a fan of him, if you ever want to write to that man, he posted his P.O. box stuff, and he posted like, this is where you could write him a letter. If you ever want to write to him, hey, there you go. He said he loves receiving this type of letters. Yeah, man, such an unfortunate ending to someone who was so comical during my teenage era. And it just shocked me to see the subtle erasure of just not only him, but that era in general. Like, it made me want to do more deep dives of these Vine stars and IG people from that 2017, 15, 16, 18 era. Because some can pivot and make something out of it, and some just, you know, all at the wayside. But how did you feel about this deep dive? Do you remember Young Poppy? Was this a trip down memory lane? How did you feel about this video? Put all your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.